The Talking Futon. A long time ago in a town in Tottori Prefecture, there was a small inn. One winter night, when one of the guests at the inn was sleeping, he suddenly woke up at midnight to the sound of human voices. "Elder brother, you must be cold. Little brother, you must be cold." The voices were those of whispering children. Well now, where would children be at this hour? The guest wondered. There's not supposed to be anybody else in this room. Crawling out from under his futon, the guest peeped into the next door room to see what was going on, but it was completely quiet and not a sound could be heard. That's strange, he thought. I'm sure I heard something. The man got back under his futon once again and tried to go to sleep, but this time he heard the voices quite clearly right next to his ear. "Elder brother, you must be cold. Younger brother, you must be cold." The guest was shocked and leapt to his feet. He hurriedly lit a lamp, but there was nobody else in the room. All he could hear was the sound of his own heart beating. With the lamp still glowing, the guest lay on his side. Then once again came the sad whispering voices. "Elder brother, you must be cold. Little brother, you must be cold." Somehow the voices seemed to be coming from right inside the futon. The man shuddered in horror, brushed away the futon in panic, and nearly falling over himself leapt out of the room, running into the innkeeper. "What foolishness is this? You were probably just having a dream," the innkeeper exclaimed. No matter how the guest explained the situation, the innkeeper refused to believe him. On the contrary, he got angry. "Let's not drag this out any longer. Do me a favour of getting out of here." And with that, he drove the guest from the inn. The next night, however, a different guest staying in the same room also ran off at midnight telling the same story. This is something strange, the innkeeper thought. Could this be a ghost? The innkeeper went into the room himself and sat next to the futon for a while. Eventually from the futon cover sad voices began whispering. "Elder brother, you must be cold. Little brother, you must be cold." The innkeeper turned pale and ran from the room. What an eerie futon, he thought. What kind of terrible shop would sell a futon like this? The next day the innkeeper went to the used furniture store where he had bought the futon to make a complaint. There he heard a sad story. On the outskirts of a town in the same prefecture of Tottori, there had lived a poor family of 4. Some days before, after a long illness, the father had died in his sleep, and soon after the mother had also passed away. This left only an elder brother, 6 years old, and a younger brother of 4. Having no relatives to care for them, the brothers went day after day with nothing to eat, and shivering from the cold and empty stomachs under a single futon. "Elder brother, you must be cold." The affectionate younger brother would try to pull the futon over his older brother. "Little brother, you must be cold." And the elder brother would put the futon over his little brother. But the cold-hearted landlord finally came, took the futon in place of the rent, and drove the children from the house. The 2 boys who had nothing to eat for days could not even walk. That night, as snow fell, they held each other in their arms under the cave of a nearby house and froze to death. When the people of the town found out about this, they pitied the 2 boys and laid them to rest at a nearby temple dedicated to Kannon. "Is that what happened?" the innkeeper said. "What a terrible thing the landlord did." He promptly set out to visit the temple dedicated to Kannon and formally read a sutra for the sake of the 2 little boys. It is said that after that, the futon never spoke again.